Hello and welcome to my final Dominion League match for Season 65. Playing against Zomsraft, who I was in the same division as just a couple seasons ago. I don't remember what happened in our match, but they had a pretty good season, which stands to reason, I guess, since they're here in B now. So yeah, if I do reasonably well here, I should more or less secure my continued spot in B. There is a very, very remote chance that I could promote, but it is like not even worth worrying about. It's so unlikely. Like even if I were to win 6-0, it would take a pretty incredible set of circumstances. So just gonna try to, win some games, have some fun, and hopefully stay in B. All right, so we got Exorcist trashing and Maelstrom, I suppose. It would be good to hit 5 for a Margrave. Exorcist doesn't so much help with that. Rusty Village is going to turn on Kind Emperor. I mean, we can still go Silver Exorcist and just cross our fingers, and I think getting the trashing going is probably worthwhile regardless, so I think that's what we'll do. And then, yeah, I mean, fairly straightforward build here. Stables and Margrave draw, also Mapmaker, I suppose. Rusty Village for actions, also Specialist. Tiara and Money for payload. A little surprising about the Caravan Guard opening. That's... I don't know. Would not be excited about that. So... yeah, we could take a map maker. We could just go ahead and take a Tiara. Top decking is nice. We could also take a Rusty Village. We don't really need that right now. Activating Kind Emperor is like slightly beneficial, but it's pretty it's pretty equal. If we don't hit 5 next turn, which we totally won't. I mean, I guess there's a chance. It's quite unlikely. We're gonna end up taking a 4 anyway, so I think we're gonna take the Tiara here and our Exorcist bottom decked. Awesome. Yeah, I think this will be a map maker. Ugh. Oh my god. Our opponent's already trashed 2 estates. At least we can take a Margrave. But man, that is some rough stuff. I guess this will be top deck or Rusty Village. It's not amazing. Yeah, it's really not amazing to top deck it. Because we're going to we'd trigger a shuffle with it. I mean, we can choose to cycle. Never mind, I only have 3 coins. I can't math. We top deck a Scheme. That's actually pretty useful with the Margrave. And I guess the map maker, eventually, too. That's just... This like, not hitting 5 in the opening shuffle, that's totally fine. We opened Exorcist. We don't expect to. But, like, bottom decking the Exorcist, and then it's like... And then it doesn't collide with the state, and we either can get our 5 or play the Exorcist, but not both. Is just so bad. All right. I mean, at least we get to play the Margrave. I shouldn't complain too much about that. All right. So now the question is, do we go for stables? I think the answer is yes. We could get second Margrave. We could also get the Rusty Village. The village will be easier to pick up next turn. Although if we're top attacking Margrave, we are going to trigger a shuffle. No, we're not. Well, we will if we get Margrave, which we probably will. Okay. I don't. Does that change anything though? I don't know that it does. I think we take the stables. When did they take a scheme? Yeah, I mean, we're only barely going to trigger the shuffle, so the odds are that it won't really matter too much, but... Um... 6 coins here with top decking. We could just top deck another stables. Try to increase our cycling. Or specialist, that's a little bit more feisty. I think probably stables at this juncture. I mean, it would be nice to, like, yeah, to get another Margrave play in, but we keep... I guess... probably don't keep the Exorcist. I mean, we could keep... we had... Did see an estate last turn. Okay, so we don't have another estate down there. Yeah, okay. Man. All right, we're triggering a shuffle here. I think that's fine. We should see the scheme. And we actually saw the Margrave, which is great. And we saw the Exorcist. Okay, that turned out a lot better than expected. We can top deck a village. Go with our Margrave. Oh, and the Wisp, sure. Even thinking about that. Yeah, that was a really clutch draw there. Hopefully made up for some of the... Well, I mean, it certainly made up for some of the... Hopefully made up for enough of the early unfortunate shuffle luck. But yeah, seeing the Margrave that turn and getting to scheme it, very nice. I suppose in retrospect, knowing that I was going to get a Wisp, you could argue that I should have taken a Specialist rather than the Village. But this will definitely be more consistent. Oh, we didn't get Margraved. That's surprising. No reason to discard in front of the shuffle. We just drew deck. Okay. I wonder if we take Canal now. Take Canal. Canal doesn't... block us from gaining wisps, and it doesn't block us from gaining imps off of 3s, so that doesn't hurt. The main problem with it is just that we don't quite have enough money to make it good this turn. I feel like I might want to add just like a little bit of payload before doing that. Although adding like a gold is not great. We could add like a caravan guard. We get to top deck it, so if we get Margraved, we get to react. So it does give us another coin. Caravan guard, Margrave. What if it was just double caravan guard Margrave and we? Well, do we want another Margrave? We don't really need the buys right now. Maybe we should take Canal and just take like Canal double caravan guard. We top deck the two caravan guards. We top deck a Margrave. There's like a little bit of risk there, but sure, we can top deck that too. I mean, maybe we should actually scheme a stables. That might actually make more sense. Huh. I mean, what are the odds that we fail to draw like a copper off of these wisps? And what could we draw if we did fail to draw? Like, there's Exorcist. There's like our terminals, Margrave and Mapmaker. I think this is fine. We should draw anyway. I mean, our deck is leaner than it was last turn, so, you know. Oh, they don't have a silver. Or the tiara. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my position at this point. So if we really want to ramp payload, like, I guess the most efficient way to do it is like Specialist Gold, which is not a terribly exciting way to go about that, but, you know, it's something. There's also Groundskeeper, of course, so from a scoring standpoint, you can take advantage of that. It's a form of payload, you know, and you can also gain those with Specialist. I think adding more cheap caravan guards to the top of our deck certainly won't hurt. But that's less going to be the focus and was more just a way to add some cheap payload after buying Canal. And Ramp up a little bit for this turn to where now we can hit like, you know, 555 or something roughly along those lines. Wow. Okay. That could have gone better. Sure, could have gone better. It was supposed to keep the wisps or the copper. Well, we have a village down there. So... and another stables. So we don't need to worry about missing with our Margrave this coming turn. Do we want to trash copper or do we want to trash silver is a question. I think probably copper. Like we do, I think we do want to get a gold. Ideally, we would get gold specialist, but we don't have the money for that. So... we could just go gold caravan guard and worry about like the specialist later. Or we could get the specialist now and get the gold later. I mean, getting one more village would still be useful, but it's not like, yeah, it's not urgent for next turn, so I think we're gonna take the gold. Yeah, so I had some good fortune there, and then not so much this past turn. And that definitely is going to give my opponent an opportunity to make up some ground here with... they're going to be the one... now they've gained like the Kind Emperor parity for what that's worth. And... also just like I didn't see all my payload, so I didn't get as much stuff into my deck as I should have been able to. Didn't see my Tiara, didn't get to top deck the Caravan Guard, so I won't have any of those coming in. I do still have more stables, so I do still have maybe slightly more draw depending on how you look at Imp versus stables. Also with Canal, my Wisps can draw Caravan Guard's Silver scheme, so that's also more draw. They've got the same 11 and 3 buys thing, so they could do the Canal double 3 cost thing here if they wanted to. And they have the Tiara. Maybe I was supposed to take silver over Caravan Guard last turn because I couldn't top deck it. I could see that. I mean, I wasn't entirely sure I would draw if I did that, but... Specialist, okay. Yeah, Caravan Guard into Imp is something I was thinking about. I'm not sure how much sense it makes right now, though. Like, I shouldn't need the draw as much as the payload anyway. Damn it. I knew that was freaking gonna happen. It's like as soon as I saw this, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna see the map maker before the stables and not be able to finish our draw. I think we gotta play it though, because if we can find Tiara, which we did not. Did not. Ugh. Alright, how much money do we want? We're obviously taking this silver. The question is, do we take Exorcist or do we take copper? So we have 9 coins. We can get a specialist and another stables or another village. We don't have a stables down there. We have like Tiara, copper, wisp. I have 3 wisps. That would mean 2 wisps. Oh, there's a copper in my discard. Okay, right. So it's Tiara double wisp. All right, that's not so bad. I don't think I need this many coins. I think I can get by with 8. To get specialist. And do we take stables or do we take village? Like, we are playing a little bit with fire, not taking another village. Also, village lets us do specialist, like, terminally. So I think we take the village. So what it said, double wisp. Tiara. I think that means we go stables on top. All right, here comes the Kind Emperor. Which means we can do like specialist if we want. Hmm. Oh, this is really awkward. We do have another village down there. I mean, I guess you could argue that we should chuck the village. You could also argue we should chuck the specialist because we can gain another one anyway. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's the village. They are playing with fire with the village situation, but unlike me, they have not been punished for it. Just drawn clean every turn. Like after the last couple turns, I ought to be behind again. I don't know that necessarily by too much, but it's also unclear whether I should specialist here. Like, is there any world where I draw something and no, there's not. It's really, it should be fine. Little specialist. That's, yeah, I don't know. They're still only playing with one village. I just feel like that's really playing with fire. I mean, the specialists obviously help, but discard the gold. How do we feel about drawing at this point? I mean, we have a village. We did have to discard 2 wisps. So we have this is our last stables. It's gonna see us 3 more cards, and the rustic village gets 4, wisp gets 5 to 6. It's possible that we bottom deck Mapmaker, Margrave, but we haven't seen Scheme yet. So I think we're guaranteed to draw. So I think we can gain a copy of Specialist. All right, so if we want to do gain and play with the Specialist, we discarded Rustic Village and 2 wisps, which means we do have another village down there. Okay, that makes me comfortable playing the Mapmaker first. Well, maybe that doesn't actually so great. We just specialist the stables. I mean, we could just leave the coppers in the discard and gain another stables as well. Oh, we have 2 wisps. Right. Okay. I don't think it matters how we order this if we want to try to top deck the stables. Eh. Okay. This is probably a good time to take an imp. Like, I doubt we're going to need the coins. Well, we should do the math. I mean, we got 14. That's more than enough for all the stuff we could want, so... should get a groundskeeper so that we can start gaining more of those. So we have 3 stables, 3 specialists. I guess, are we at all worried about being short on treasures? The question. Not going to top deck that. I don't think there's any point. We could top deck Village Margrave with scheming the village. I think that seems like a reasonable thing to do. And then also have the 3rd card be a specialist. Or it could be Imp. Maybe that's actually better. Caravan Guard, nice. Gain to stables. Okay, that's not very threatening. Still worried about draw. Piles are getting kind of low, so we need to like look at specialist pile out type stuff. Buys are going to be still somewhat limited, but specialist gains are real. They actually haven't played any specialists, which is kind of scary. Or Margraves. Discarded 2 coppers and also the cards I forced them to discard. They have 3 specialists. So if they do like... So they could gain... Like specialist on specialist on specialist will get them 2 more specialists. I don't think there's any way that piles. I probably should have thought about it a little harder previously, though. I mean, if they want to like set up a lot for me, that would be okay. Yeah, essentially they have 4 buys, and up to 3 specialist gains, so 7 gains, and there's 10 gains required even just to empty piles, let alone to take a points lead. So the specialist gains can like be gaining cards, or they can be double playing, you know, buy cards or whatever. I guess if you gain Tiara, you gain Tiara, that's a gain, and then Tiara and Tiara-ing Tiara is another gain. Like, because you double play the buy, so you get 3 buys instead of 2. So maybe that's a way to compound gains. Well, I feel like if they don't win here, I should be able to win. I guess I wasn't thinking about specialist into specialist into specialist stuff, but they don't have any more stables. Okay, they're just multiplying the buys. Yeah, no, there's no way that this wins. Now, if I gain specialist, I feel like, oh. Okay. Well, never mind about gaining specialist, but like gaining tiaras. I mean, I gain a stables to hand because that's A, going to be draw, and B, going to be lowering piles. I mean, presumably they'll buy a province here, so I guess that's the issue. But like the one groundskeeper that I have will at least let me like not need multiple green cards to win. Unfortunately, the caravan guards I don't have in play are not going to do me any good here. How many tiaras would I need to gain to have like 8 gains and be able to... Well, I guess... I mean, I can still specialist stables to gain those. So I have 2 Margraves and a tiara, so that's 4 buys right there. I have... four specialists? Yeah, there were 3 specialists left in the pile. I did get specialist to play specialist, and then specialist, and then specialist. Yeah, so I have 4 specialists. So in theory, I can empty the stables off of specialist, and then I have 4 buys. So I am a buy short that way. Assuming they buy province. If they buy province duchy or something, then it's probably out of reach and I just need to maximize points. In which case I'm going to take a groundskeeper. And gain at least 1 tiara. Maybe a gold, maybe 2 tiaras. I also maybe just more groundskeepers. Okay, there's the province. But are they going to buy a duchy? They also have to have a pretty significant dud risk at this point. Like, their deck can obviously go off, but if they get like some specialists and some treasures or something without draw cards. I mean, they do have a good number of imps and wisps that they can use specialist on, so maybe it's not that likely. They do also have... No, they don't have a scheme anymore. Okay. Well, we're going to go with the Groundskeeper plan then. And we maybe don't even... Maybe we don't even take... a Tiara. I'm not sure. Like, maybe we just... It's like all Groundskeepers. The multiplicative effect. It's not something we need to decide up front. But if we have... Why would you want to top deck a scheme? I mean, I guess it's a card that you're okay with discarding to Margrave, but... They've also done all this with like one village the whole time, which, like, again... All right, do we feel like we need to do Specialist Margrave? What do we discard here? Gold, Copper, Groundskeeper, Wisp. That's not hurting us. I really think it's important, or it could be important that we not, so... Okay. There's a bit of a risk now if we play the stables without specialist. But yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. Okay, getting a little dicey here. I mean, we can always go specialist, Margrave or something. So I guess it's not that dicey. All right, we got a village on top. This is our last stables. The Margrave, the map maker. We are a little bit light on draw here. We do have a Wisp down there and the Scheme, so that is a couple of cards that we draw, but might need... Well, and the village itself. But I'd rather do Specialist Margrave anyway, so... Comes to that. Caravan Guard, okay. Alright, so our other Groundskeeper's in the discard. If we can find it, then we could chain the specialists, but... Well, no, that doesn't even make sense. You're supposed to play Mapmaker first? Probably. There's a bit of a risk here that we don't find our other groundskeeper. Do we need to specialist the Wisp? Specialist Wisp. Yeah, probably. Okay. So now the question is, do we gain another groundskeeper or do we gain like a tiara? We have 4 groundskeepers. We're not actually going to have that much money. 6, 12. I mean, arguably what we need is a gold. And we can go like... We had 15. We go province, duchy, double estate or something like that. And we can go province, estate, duchy, and that is like a lot of points already. But the 1 extra estate makes a pretty substantial difference. Is another tiara enough to get us to that? Is I guess the other question. And would it let us top deck on Mapmaker? No. The gold. So okay, 6, 12. We gain another tiara. We tiara the copper. That only gets us to 13. Yeah, I think it's got to be the gold. Oh, wait. There's a problem with that. Oh, no, there's not. What am I talking about? So now the other question is, do we trash a copper? We're going to get... If we go province, duchy, double estate, we can't afford to trash a copper. And then next turn we can aim to pick up a tiara if we need more money. And buys. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I mean, it could be... I guess the question is, do we think that our opponent has the gains? Like, we could also go triple duchy estate, but that lowers duchies to 4. I think that makes it easier for them to do a catch-up pile out. Okay, Oh, we can just scheme the map maker. Duh. And we got a village. Very nice. All right, that's a pretty substantial lead. 18 points. I really doubt they can pile while getting 18 points. And so now my position is that I can try to pile without needing to gain any points. My deck control is worse. But like I can take a stables and that will lower piles. I can use my specialist now to gain more stables and like the stuff that I would need to pile out. So this game has lasted forever, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I think they go for Groundskeeper, which makes sense. Like, they need to try to catch up on points. I guess the question is, are they going to be able to gain a bunch of Groundskeepers themselves? I kind of have my doubts because they only have one village in their deck. And they're it's going to be hard for them to draw without using the specialists on that, I would think. There's also like imp sequencing stuff, so like the village problem for them is potentially worse because of that. I mean, it maybe, right? Like it might just all work out for them, but it feels like there should be a considerable risk to them of this just like not coming together. They weren't able to imp their village. They still have Margrave and Specialist and Groundskeeper to play, so probably not a big deal. Also, they did get a scheme for some reason. They probably discarded it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not possible to have too many specialists, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for here. They have like a bunch of treasures and specialists in hand and like nothing to combine it with. That's pretty unlikely. I mean, there's the Exorcist in the province, but okay, well, that's a couple of specialists spent on not gaining, so that's good. No, just one so far. There's a specialist again. Okay. Of course, if they play that on a specialist, then it doesn't necessarily... Yeah, okay. I guess if they take... enough points, like sorry, not enough points, enough Groundskeepers, potentially that opens up another pile out angle for me. We're going to have like a little bit of extra draw compared to last turn thanks to like Map Maker's going to activate, and then it's going to go into the discard pile. We're going to have cards in the discard pile from the Margrave attack. And so Mapmaker can potentially help draw them. And in the meantime, we don't need to find a village to play it up front. Like it'll be there. So that's nice. I mean, they've obviously pretty well drawn at this point. They shouldn't have too much more money than I do, if they have any more at all, because they don't have any gold. We've trashed a similar amount of copper. They have no caravan guards already in play, I think. Yeah. They shouldn't have much money. That's 4 of their specialists out of 6. Okay, so they gained a tiara. They don't have like a strong target for it. Yeah, they don't even have another silver. So it's just to gain a buy, which, I mean, I guess if they want to buy a bunch of estates. I still feel like I should be pretty well set up if they do that, though. Looks like they also like overdrew here. I guess they needed to, oh, never mind. Are they gonna get another tiara? Like, that's still only 1 coin. I mean, I guess it's not very expensive to pile the estates. I don't know, maybe they can do it on estates and caravan guards. It's still a lot of gains. And the thing is, like, they can't chain the tiaras because they have to use the specialists to play them. It's like they have 3 groundskeepers in play, only 11 coins. I mean, next turn they potentially threaten something pretty scary with that. But this turn, I don't know what they're supposed to do. What are those 4 cards? Exorcist, Province, something. So we didn't really gain any gains last turn, right? We just gained the gold and some groundskeepers. But so we have our 4 buys. I think we actually take copper here. Just to make sure with the stables. So we have our 4 buys, 2 Margraves, Tiara, regular buy. And we have our 4 specialists, so that's 8 gains. So as it currently stands, we can pile out and take one green card, assuming we have the money, without needing to gain any more gains. Oh, they're lowering estates. Well, okay, now I feel like I should definitely be able to win off of an estate pile out. Just empty the groundskeepers and get 2 estates. Yeah, okay. This has been a scary game, but I think at this point, unless things go terribly, we can take a groundskeeper to make this easier. It is like slightly scary from a draw perspective, but I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and place stables first. Okay, so we can go specialist, specialist, groundskeeper, gain copy, a specialist again, groundskeeper, gain copy, specialist, Margrave. Did they not top deck the map maker? Did they trash the scheme? No. Oh, stables. I probably already have this in hand, but I'm going to keep playing because I don't want to have to try to count the points. We've played all of our specialists. Sorry, but I want the buy. All right. Ooh. Final score doesn't look close, but man, that was an intense game. That was an intense one, for sure. I've seen matches that lasted less time than that game did. Wall, huh? Ay. That sure makes Stockpile look less good. I guess we want to play with Crystal Ball, huh? And with King's Cash Stockpile, we gotta play with Stockpile. That has to be correct. This is just some Haggler stuff. I mean, Haggler, with Wall, I don't know, but getting like colonies, Wall doesn't matter super much. Yeah, now the question is, do we open with Cage? I think so. I think we will actually want to play with Crystal Ball, but I think we still want the Cage. Do we just get a Crystal Ball right now? Yeah, Magnate does make some sense because, like, as your terminal. Not sure if it's better than Haggler, but I think I'm going to take the Crystal Ball. Let him deck the Cage. At least it means we can get the Stockpile back. Yeah, unfortunately, if we see like Crystal Ball and Cage at the same time, we can't like put the card into hand to cage it or something. I guess there's no reason to, though. We just trash it. So I was hoping to get Bath's points here, but I think we're gonna buy another cage. Although honestly, it's like not. It's not that good. Like you pop it late in the game and it comes back. Like, well, it's not even that late, right? Because you're gonna score relatively early. Hmm. I mean, it could just get more stockpiles, of course. Maybe that's better than Bath's points anyway. It probably is. Do we go ahead and get a haggler now? I think so. Maybe that should have been before the crystal ball. I don't know. I was hoping to hit King's Cash with this by like finding a stockpile. I guess that's still possible with the crystal ball, but yeah, King's Cash stockpile into King's Cash Platinum. Lots of money. Lots of money. I guess there's an argument for Root Cellar there. Like, if you have enough money, like, you take 3 debt, like, who cares? Especially if you don't have buys once the stockpiles run out. Really don't care. So that's something to keep in mind. I think if we don't find a stockpile here, I might actually go for Crystal Ball Root Cellar. Well, okay. I think this is another crystal ball. It could just be a gold. But I think it's a crystal ball. I mean, King's Cash crystal ball is basically better than King's Cash gold anyway. All right, should we get one more cage with our stockpile? It's pretty awkward at this point. It really is. I think no. Okay, here we go. They've actually trashed cards with their crystal balls. Despite the fact that I got one earlier. I guess I must have bottom decked it. Yeah, I did. Didn't see it until turn 7. And then when I played it, it saw the stockpile, which wasn't a bad thing, to be clear, but, you know. So we're probably just taking Colony here, like Colony Platinum or Colony King's Cash. I'm not actually sure which is better. I mean, the Platinum's harder to afford. And then, like, we could take Abundance Stockpile, but I don't think so. We'll get that back when we don't have the Haggler in play here. This could be another King's Cash. They're gonna empty the stockpiles? Okay, that's annoying. I think I am willing to lose a stockpile to get another King's Cache. Let's go. This is our last stockpile. And the thing is, they don't have the Hagglers, so like their gain situation is going to be a lot more limited once they don't have their stockpiles anymore, which they're already halfway on the way to that being the case. And like, they don't have a platinum yet. They only have one King's Cache. Okay. Would I rather King's Cache the crystal ball or the stockpile? I mean, I probably... probably the stockpile. Just take a colony. I guess this will be a King's Cache. Maybe we should get one more crystal ball here. Oh. Actually... nah, we go gold crystal ball. We go crystal ball root cellar. I think gold crystal ball though. I've trashed like a copper or something. I've had one opportunity to King's Cache a crystal ball. Alright, well this is it for their plus buy. Pretty good turn though. Alright, so we have 6 coins. That would get us to 7 coins. I think I'm gonna trash. Like with wall... I think I'm actually gonna take Bath's points here. Damn. Oh my god! That's ridiculous! That is ridiculous. Yeah. Man. What? my god. That is so ridiculous. So absurd. I just have to... What? What the fuck? This is just completely absurd. Like, once or twice, like, sure, but it was like 3 or 4 times. Unbelievable. All right. So... Return of Stables. Do we want Rope or Crucible open? I mean, there's some argument for, like, actually going for Apothecary here as well. Like, with Stables as the draw, you want to play with treasures anyway. I mean, I'm not going to open Potion, but I am wondering about, like, okay, you have a mix of Apothecaries and Stables, and that, like, has some nice synergy. You need to get plus buy for that to get going, which is an argument for Rope. Crucible is the better estate trasher. But not, like, by a lot. And Crucible's much sadder if it whiffs estate. I think this might just be Rope Silver. It could be Rope Smugglers. I am player 2. I think I am going to get the Smugglers. God damn it. Yeah. Alright. Do we take the potion? I don't think so. If for no other reason than because we have the Smugglers in the deck, I think we take a Blessed Village. Alright. I was afraid of that. Did we bottom deck our Rope too? Ay, ay, ay. I guess we're taking another Smugglers. I'll happily take another Rope. Taskmaster... Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Rope. Now do we take the potion? Or do we take another Blessed Village? I'm gonna say Blessed Village. I could actually see taking this gold here. Okay, thank God. I was like, don't buy Piazza or something. um, we don't super need these blessed villages. The boons are nice. Is rope just better? No, I don't think so. Double stables for me. Oh, journeyman. Okay, well, I will take a journeyman since I have several blessed villages. I guess we're probably not playing with apothecary, but that's fine. Oh, they just drew deck. My main advantage is that I have the second smugglers. So in theory, anything they gain, I can gain 2 of. I want the stables instead. Okay. I was really hoping to see a state here. Do I even want to trash this copper? I probably do. I wonder if I should go like rope smugglers here. Probably. Keep up the threat. And I probably still don't have enough draw, but... I do not find the Taskmasters especially impressive. I mean, if you put more Journeymen into your deck, it would start to look better to me. They're gonna lock me out of smuggling stables. And then have a big stables dud? If they also buy rope smugglers, that's really gonna lower piles. At that point, probably the play for me is to smuggle rope and nothing else. Well, they didn't gain anything else anyway, so there wouldn't be anything else for me to smuggle. But, like, take province and basically make it so that they have nothing to smuggle at all. Or could I? Well, no, wait. If they're game row smugglers, I can just win. They can't do that. Not safely. $12 coins this turn. Should have about the same next turn, barring that they gain any more payload. Yeah, the fact that they can't afford province here is pretty nice for me. And yeah, I'll have to consider not trashing this estate, given that it gives me the points lead. Unless they buy duchy or something. I guess they could buy a state. But then I don't know, that isn't really... doesn't seem very effective. Right about now, I'm like coming around to, okay, now I want a Crucible in my deck again to spike some money. Well, I have that gold in my deck, so I do have more money than they do. Well, not by much. They have the 2 Taskmasters. I should have like 13. Well, I can play 3 ropes this turn, so a little bit more. 14 if I draw. Whoa. Okay, they go Piazza. So they don't touch ropes. Do I trash this estate? I'm not going to win this turn, so I think the answer is yes. Should be Journeyman for copper, I guess. Maybe I should have been journeyman for smugglers. I should have considered that. Okay. Double check. Gain stables, buys stables, buys piazza. Okay. I only hit 11 here. I could take the 2 ropes safely. And like, I could take a silver and I'm not like really concerned like, oh, they can smuggle 2 silvers. The problem is that it's not helping my draw any. Yeah, if I had named journeyman, if I had named smugglers, I don't know why I didn't do that. I mean, well, I would have had to actually skip some smugglers, which I wouldn't have done, as it turns out. But like I don't love starting to score from this position because I feel like my deck is not in a strong spot. And next turn, if I don't get any ropes, I'll only have 2 buys. They'll have 3 buys. Plus potentially 2 gains from smugglers, so... I think... I kind of do think the rope plan is... play. I guess one of my concern is, so like what happens if I hand them a silver? Like, do I just take double rope and nothing else? Maybe. I will have more draw next turn because I have 2 extra ropes in play. So I won't draw any worse on average than I did here. Yeah, alright. Let's lock in the gains. No, I do not want to discard smugglers for more smugglers. Thank you. Oh, wait. Friendly. Oh. Oh, they just win off of this, don't they? They have 2. Yeah, they can buy. No, they don't have the. They do not. No. But I could if they don't score. Because I could gain 3 smugglers, buy 2. Yeah, they're 1 gain short. And they can't change that without unlocking something for me. Obviously, they can just take province, and then But I think... I think that might slightly favor me in the long run. We're just going back and forth, provincing and not enabling any smuggling. Because I have more money in my deck. And more gains. So like if towards the end, if I need to like reach, I have more reach. I have like worse deck control. But if all I need to do is single province, that doesn't matter as much. Maybe I can take Piazza along the way, help that out a little bit. If they only take province, can I win off of triple friendly buy 2 smugglers and like province estate or something like that? Maybe? Maybe. I'd have to... I just don't know if I can draw enough. I probably can't. Like I was 2 cards short of drawing last turn. I have 2 more duration draw, but I also added 2 stop cards, so I should logically be 2 cards short of drawing this turn. I had only 11 coins last turn. If I skip smugglers instead, then presumably I can get to 13. So maybe I don't even have the money for it anyway. Oh no, wait, that is 13. No, I'd have to buy 2 smugglers. Yeah. So I do kind of need more money. To be able to do that. Unless I'm overlooking something. From their perspective, they could smuggle, or sorry, they could gain treasures without really needing to worry that I'm going to be able to take advantage of that. So that's probably what they should do. It's like grab like a gold, and it's like I can smuggle that, but I can't take as good of advantage. I mean, I can I can start like thinning coppers if I do that, like, and improve my deck control. So that's like the downside, but the payoff for that is smaller than the payoff for them in being able to like hit double province. Or maybe eventually triple. I don't know if they can ramp that far, but... Gained a journeyman. That is bold. I can use that. And a silver. Okay, okay. So 7 journeymen. I can smuggle 3 of them. That's not enough. I will not have the money. If I smuggle 1 journeyman and they smuggle 2, and there's 4 left, they should not have the money to pile on that. So smuggling 1 journeyman should be safe for me. Which is good. I could potentially set myself up for the smuggler's pilot next turn by adding like journeyman silver, smuggling that silver. I could even smuggle 2 silvers and maybe trash some copper here. I think... Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna plan for. Okay, this should be journeyman naming smugglers? Probably. I mean, it could be copper at this point. Yeah. I'd rather discard the gold or the rope. Not entirely clear. I guess the rope. If I smuggle 2 journeymen, and then they smuggle 2 back, yeah, I think that's too dangerous. Nice, we top decked the journeyman. All right. Okay. So we should buy Piazza. Probably. I mean, we could go Province. That would certainly be reasonable. Like, if we're going to do the Smuggler's Pileout, we need... points. But we can get the points next turn, assuming they don't get too many points. The other question is, if we take Crucible, are we scared of how much they can spike? What about gold? Are we scared of that? Kind of feel like I might need to play for upside here, which is to say take Province, don't take Piazza. It is too bad I don't have 1 more coin. Theory, I might have been able to count out that that was going to be the case and not trash like one of those coppers, so I could hit Piazza Province. But yeah, I'm just going to take a Province. Oh no. Well, that was a risk. I mean, we might still be okay. Obviously, the Taskmasters do help with that. Oh, that's probably why they gained the Journeyman. I wasn't even thinking about that. Wait a minute. I'd missed the win, didn't I? If I hadn't... Because they didn't take any points. I'm an idiot. I was building everything around the assumption that they would take points, and they didn't. That was so stupid. This is this is what happens when they take like 15 years to take their turn. Yeah, I was building everything around that assumption because I'm like, well, I might as well think about, this. And then they didn't actually take points. I totally could have just won on friendly. All I needed was 2 smugglers and an estate. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. And now they could take points and deny me that opportunity. I mean, if they didn't see it last turn, they might not see it this turn. But, damn it. Yeah, that was an easy win. I only needed 8 coins. Oh my god. Didn't do any of that smuggling crap or trash or anything. They didn't take points. I had the win. Damn it! And now I might fail to draw. Oh, they didn't hit their Piazza. That's nice. They trashed 2 coppers, so I doubt they can double province. So I'm, that makes me feel a little bit better about the situation here, but... They're lowering the Journeyman, too. Not that I think that necessarily helps me too much. Oh, they are going to double province. Damn it! This is so annoying. I had it! Okay, I think we don't trash at this point. Ugh. Okay. So, do we want to see the smugglers? What's our line here? Our line is province, 2 smugglers, estate. That's going to cost 16 coins. Can we hit 16? We had... one undrawn silver last turn. So, probably not. This is so frustrating. What about Journeyman? No. We smuggle 3 Journeymen. That's the same as friendlying for 3 smugglers. Alright. So I think we skip smugglers here. Oh. At first you don't succeed, try again, I suppose. Okay. So what all have we discarded? We did not skip any smugglers. Check our money. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, maybe we do have it. How much discards a copper? Oh, I've only discarded 1 copper. No, 2 coppers. I'm 1 coin short. Okay. we can smuggle a copper. I mean, a silver. Yeah, if I just hadn't trashed one I mean, who knows? Maybe I would have failed to draw. We can't afford to take more journeymen. That much seems clear. 11, 12, 13, 8, and 9. Right, now we're 1 over what we would have needed because we gained 2 coins. The question is, should we smuggle more silver? What does it threaten if we do? Can we expect to draw it? I mean, we did overdraw here by 1. And if journeymen can skip smugglers, we can potentially do a little bit better than that. We have 17 coins. That'll get us to 19. I mean, mostly that means that we can get an estate. Or like, well, province double duchy. Pretty relevant thing to be able to do. Yeah, alright. Apparently I should have trashed a copper this turn, though. The other thing we could do is actually buy a copper. I mean, we're gonna have another province in our deck in addition to the smugglers, so it's definitely rough. But if we need to be able to hit, like if they double province, or if they double province, we only need to hit like province duchy. So there's not really much reason to do that. And I don't think there's any way they're hitting triple. Maybe we shouldn't have even taken the silver. No, we needed the silver to be able to hit 18. Yeah. Okay. Hey. I don't know. I guess I'm not entirely sure that they can't hit 24 here, but I'm pretty sure. Like, they could gain 2 silvers. They'd have to have 20 coins before that, and I don't think they do. I think they just have the 16 because they trashed last turn. A little over zealous there, maybe. Although they still would have been short. Okay, so if they take double province, we just need to hit province duchy. I mean, we could certainly fail to do that, but it's unlikely, given this week that we have stables in the starting hand and 3 ropes coming in. I mean, we do need to find all of our ropes, I guess, but in addition to like enough money, it'd be nice not to have the smugglers in hand or the province. That is not so great, obviously, but anyway, if they take duchies, we can smuggle duchies. So like we should be in a reasonable position to punish that. Like, okay, if they suppose they take triple duchy, then we can smuggle 3 duchies and buy 2 duchies in theory. Not trivial, but doable. We could also win on, so triple duchy, they only have a 3-point lead. We could win on like double duchy estate plus 2 smugglers. That's just harder than emptying the duchies, though. So if they take 2 duchies, we can do the smugglers line. Like if they don't take a substantial points lead, we can empty the smugglers and take an estate. We only need 8 coins and 3 smugglers in hand to do that. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. despite the blunder. And despite our opponent having better deck control throughout this process. Guess I'm going to go use the restroom. Well, apparently stuff is happening. Don't know why that took quite so long. Alright, they've got all their stuff. What can they do with it? How long will it take them to decide what to do with it? You know what a line... Oh, never mind. I was about to say a line I didn't consider is that them emptying the smugglers. But they are down by 6 points. And they need to buy 3 of them. That doesn't seem... Like, they would need province, triple smugglers... Yeah, no, I've had that locked out the whole time because they only have the 3 buys. Right, I knew that. Like, I had considered that line. It was just, you know, years ago, so I forgot. I think, from their perspective, they should double province and hope I dud. Well, maybe single province and hope I dud? Oh, that depends on whether they're looking at the smuggler's line or not. The smuggler's line... I think well, the smuggler's line is harder than province estate, probably. I don't know. I mean, maybe triple duchy is actually the hardest line for me to beat. Like, I have to find all 3 of my smugglers and hit 10 coins. I guess that's the same as the province estate triple smugglers line, though. But I have to play the smugglers, so I need the actions. So that is different. And I can, like, potentially run out of actions if I have to play too many journeymen. So, probably... I mean, the other thing, though, is that I can... Like, I don't necessarily need to smuggle 3 duchies. I could smuggle 2 duchies and buy 3. Okay, they buy a province. I guess the other thing they could do is buy province, duchy... Hope I dud, and then if I dud and smuggle duchy, that doesn't necessarily help me as much. I mean, in a world where I dud, it maybe doesn't matter super much what they do exactly. I guess it, you know, it just depends on the nature of the dud. Okay. So the smuggler's line is available to us. And so is emptying provinces. This is not enough gains. So the smuggler's line does not require that we play any smugglers. We can play journeyman. We've already seen all of our province. No, we have 1 province down there. We have 2 buys right now. We need 3 buys. We need a smugglers if we're going to take that line. If we get we take the province line, we do need that silver that we just discarded. So I think that means we name province. Okay. I think we might be short here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 coins. Can we buy 3 smugglers? Yes, we can buy 3 smugglers. Oh, but we can't buy the estate. We didn't find the rope. So we take the tie? We take the tie. Oh, that feels really disappointing. It's like we had the win. But I think we have to at this point. They're too unlikely to dud. Wait, is friendly only once? So that whole line just was never going to work, and I should have named smugglers. Well, that frickin' sucks. Not that it would have mattered. Okay, well, I mean, good to know, I guess. Well, what now? Province Duchy Prey, I guess. So I guess we never had the win. It does say a friendly card, not any number of friendly cards or something. Ugh. What are other options? Alright, we already got Earth's Gift, so that won't, like, save us. I don't know that it would anyway, but too freaking coins short. I mean, it's gotta be Province Duchy. I just don't see how it's not. I mean, I'm sure that they will. Oh, they didn't keep their taskmasters in play. Oh, so that's a stables, not a journeyman. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that they'll win here. How many of our stables did we see this turn? 1, 2. So we saw 2 out of 4 stables and 1 out of 2 journeymen. Half of our draw. Even with that, we saw all 3 of our... yeah, we saw all 3 of our smugglers and 2 of our 3 provinces. So I would say that was a pretty unlikely draw. But obviously it was possible. Like, that was the risk I was running the whole time. Well, at least I don't have to feel bad about, like, missing the win that I didn't actually miss. But yeah, and I think knowing what I know now about friendly, they were right to take this line. Mostly, I just wish I hadn't dudded. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this game ultimately came down to player 1 advantage in terms of, like, them being able to empty the stables without me being able to respond to it. I probably, like, when I took the third Smugglers, I probably just should have taken, like, I just took, like, Smuggler's Rope. I probably just should have taken another Stables. Alright, they're, yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna take a Ratcatcher. I guess we're gonna take a Cultist. We could take a big Infirmary. We can take a bigger Infirmary after we play a Cultist if we want to do that. The plus action situation is pretty limited. You got Aristocrat. You got like Flagship. In theory, you can Flagship an Aristocrat and get a whole bunch of actions, but it's gonna be tough. You gotta line it up at the start of your turn, or play 5 Aristocrats. Yeah. Well, I guess you don't. Yeah. Like, cause you. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess you could mid-turn play a Flagship if you had. How would you do that? You have a Flagship from the previous turn, and then you Flagship like an Apprentice. And then you can play another Flagship and then play Aristocrat. I guess that sort of thing, like, can work. But I mean... Whoops, sorry. Forgot to unmute. Well, that won't affect the recording. But it will affect the people in voice chat. My bad. So, anyway... Alright, turn 1 Ratcatcher is good. Turn 1 3 Estates not so good. I guess we're getting another Ratcatcher. I don't really want to call the Ratcatcher on copper. Aw, they saw... Oh no, never mind, this is turn 3. Okay. Yeah, getting like Guildhall and Market Square stuff going, definitely a relevant thing here. But first we gotta bury our opponent in ruins. Infirmary will not keep up. How hard can this decision be? Surely you have an estate and you can just trash it. Oh, okay, fine. Man, so many Ratcatchers that we're gonna get here. Well, it means we can call them on Cultists later in the game and get big draw, and then also activate Market Square. So that's fun. Speaking of which, this is probably time for us to get a Market Square. We're gonna do it. Ooh, nice. Okay, we didn't miss the Ratcatchers. Still haven't gotten Guildhall. Oh, we drew the Market Square. Unfortunate. Because I want it in this hand with the estate that we're going to trash. I mean, if we could trash a copper and do it, like, that'd be fine. All right, how many more cultists do we want? I mean, at least one. One more cultist means it takes us 3 turns, or sorry, 2 turns to pass out the last 3 ruins if things go well. It did not go well. Do we want a silver or do we want another market square? I think we want another market square. The rat catcher situation is annoying. Or whether really the market square situation is annoying. Alright, let's get that guild hall. We got the market square coming up. Should be good. We can also take buried treasure so that we don't actually have to play market square for buys. Yes. Chain the cultists. Yeah. Alright, so do we get buried treasure now? I mean, we're gonna have market squares that we can actually play next turn. Possibly we should just take Apprentice. Probably we should just take Apprentice. I don't know that I actually want to activate these market squares necessarily. Like, because I want to trigger the shuffle, I think. Well, yeah. We didn't see a Apprentice or a cultist. Should we empty the market squares? Probably. Alright, trashing here is not really going to do anything. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? We can trash a cultist. Yeah, they never got the guild hall. Ratcatchers are at 6. Like, this game could end real fast. Here, we have enough buys, maybe? If 6 buys? I guess we don't have enough buys to win, but... Okay. Should we go ahead and apprentice the cultist? I think so. Gain gold, I think so. Oh, well that's even better. We take 1 buried treasure here. Okay, never mind. That 5-2 is really strong. Smugglers and Aristocrat and Infirmary all making their triumphant reappearance. And Canal. Alright, so... Infirmary to get thin, Butcher to do stuff. Although we do eventually want to dominate. Probably. There's not... The draw is not strong. Dominate might be one of those things that maybe we do once. We open Infirmary. Probably. Like, what else are we doing? Yeah, should this be silver? Probably. We do want to get to Butcher. It's unfortunate clumping of cards here, but I guess we either hit 5 here or we hit 5 next turn. If we hit 5 here, that means we're not trashing, which is unfortunate, but worth it. Ports as the starting point make a lot of sense. Because they do more work to activate Swamp Shacks. We get more of them, so we're more likely to line up Butcher, like Decollide, Butcher, Infirmary if that comes up, and Mountain Village is just like the gain from discard right now is not terribly important. No, the Butcher misses the 2 estates. We just take more ports, I guess. Just try to get to the point where Swamp Shacks will draw. We could take a Smugglers. We could also take another Butcher. I think on the whole, I prefer that. Relic is also a relevant card, but we can gain that with Butcher or something, so I think I prefer the Butcher. They're not gonna be able to smuggle our Butcher this turn anyway. So it's a pretty good time for it. We can start butchering some ports. I'm just worried about like having enough actions in my deck to make Swamp Shacks work. I don't think I want to do that. For what it's worth, Canal lets us butcher copper into 3 costs without needing any coffers. I don't know that that's so impactful, but it's something to make note of, I guess. And I'd rather just clean it up with Infirmary, of course. Maybe this turn, if we just draw into coppers and no estates, maybe we just buy a big Infirmary. A hopefully big Infirmary. Port into ports. Yeah, there's some sense to that, all right. I think I'm just gonna... Okay, yeah, let's do the Infirmary thing. Although, how much do we play? And, like, we could, of course, draw stuff dead. I think we do this. Damn it. We could just grab ports here. Then they can't smuggle them. We trash copper to leave the estate for the butcher. Like, we pretty sure that they have the smugglers this turn, so... All right, well, no more smugglers unless they're going to buy one. I mean, it'd be kind of silly, but who knows? How do we feel about triggering this shuffle? I mean, we know we want to trash copper with infirmary, so we might as well do this. Oh, well, okay. Maybe I should have done this with port first so I could... Although, what was I going to gain with the butcher anyway? Yeah. We drew the estate. That's nice. So we could do swamp shack or estate into swamp shacks. We'd also do... We could do just buy nothing, probably. Save the coffers. I saw 2 ports, so I have 2 more ports down there, so I think I do get to trigger the shuffle, which makes it pretty likely that this turn won't be a more or less nothing turn. Oh, unless they find their relic. Second Swamp Shack's putting in work. They don't have another butcher. They could gain and play a butcher here, I think, because they still have... No, wait, that's the other infirmary, and that's all their ports. No, they can't. But they are going to relic me. Annoying. I think it's more important for me to buy Swamp Shacks here and gain and play relic than the other way around, so that's what I will probably do. Buy Canal. Oh, I can trigger the shuffle. Well, okay. Is this just silver into Swamp Shacks? Buy Swamp Shacks? I think so. They should draw here again in theory. I don't know if there's a way for them to fail to, but next butcher target will be infirmary, probably, since we're almost out of coppers. 2 left. So infirmary into relic. And we should be able to play it. I think. It's hard for me to see how we wouldn't be able to. Maybe we go ahead and butcher a port this turn as well. It's a little bit dicey, maybe, but just in terms of like getting our Swamp Shacks to consistently draw. I mean, that's going to be, the more we add, the harder that's going to be anyway, in a way. Yeah, they're going to get to game play the butcher. my god. Freaking kidding me. Are you freaking kidding me? Come on! What is this? 5 ports in those 7 cards and 2 Swamp Shacks. What the hell? Oh my god. That was like the only way for me to not only fail to draw, but not even be able to play both of my butchers? Jesus. That is unreal. Unreal. Well, that's what a joke. I mean, that's just that's just outrageous. I mean, our turn should be fine this turn. It's just that we're so far behind now. We don't have the Relic yet. Now they've got more Butchers. They got more Swamp Shacks. Like, oh my god. They got Canal. Ridiculous. What am I even going to... I mean, okay, I can butcher both of the infirmaries at this point. I don't need them. But if they like take all the Swamp Shacks, I just like, what do I even do? Like, at least they played one of their infirmaries, so they can't butcher that into a Swamp Shacks. What? That's all that they did? Wild. Okay. Should we take a third butcher? Like, we need to get more Swamp Shacks. We need to end the turn by gaining a Swamp Shacks. But in the meantime, we gain a butcher, we butcher the other infirmary into Relic. We draw that. We just play butcher, buy Swamp Shacks. Wait, is that lowering piles too much? They have a smugglers and 3 butchers? It might well be. Oh god. This is so obnoxious. Can it be correct for us to gain 3 Swamp Shacks and nothing else? And then they can't use the smugglers. They'll have 4 gains, but not 5. I mean, there are definitely problems with that plan from a long-term perspective, but from a short-term perspective, it does have something to recommend it. I mean, I guess if we gain a butcher, here. No, then they can smuggle the butcher. So bad. Freaking smugglers, man. We gain a smugglers, we can smuggle a swamp shacks, and then at least we have the smugglers in our deck. I guess, I mean, they can get more smugglers, but that's... You can do that anyway with the butcher, so... They can smuggle smugglers and then like spin it. Then in theory they can win. They do have to draw. Oh, they didn't gain a swamp shacks. I thought they gained a swamp shacks. Oh god. I thought they gained a swamp shacks. I could have. Oh, frick. Should I just go ahead and gain a butcher then? I can't even buy a province off of it. Which seems bad. 3 butchers, 1 smugglers. That's 5 gains, but you can also gain gains. Yeah, it's just... This is all just bad news. I mean, they could fail to draw, I guess. I think we have to ramp up here. And then, what are we buying? Like, do we need to take points? Just buy a duchy. We can always butcher it. I guess so. Yeah, this could be bad. Especially with the relic attack. I mean, this game's probably lost either which way. The only way it's, like, realistically not is if they just dud. And if they dud, maybe we don't get relicked either, and then maybe we can just win. Maybe. I mean, the thing is, on the last turn, you can just butcher all your, like, draw cards, your ports, whatever, into stuff. So you don't, like, need... Like, there's plenty of, like, firepower if you have the butchers, which they do. So it's mostly just a question of... Can they draw? Yeah, I don't know. That one turn was, like, unbelievably bad. But just in general, I had some really, like, not great draws here overall. I mean, a lot, I don't know, like, maybe the majority of it is that turn, but there was also, like, I feel like I fell behind early just because of the not finding the estates with the butchers for a while. Infirmary drawing the butcher dead. When I got the second one. It was a risk. Wasn't that likely though. So far, they haven't activated Swamp Shacks. Like, they could have a hand that's like Butcher, 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 Smuggler's Relic before they find another Swamp Shacks. Could happen. Do they still have an Infirmary? Yes. That doesn't... I mean, that's not a stop card, but... Yeah, maybe there was no way for them to dud without finding the relic. Because I think those are their only 5-stop cards. They don't have any coppers or estates left. They have 1 smugglers, 1 infirmary, but they can cycle that. Yeah, those should be their only 5-stop cards. So that's the situation in which they dud is one in which they don't see enough Swamp Shacks before they find those 5 cards. And in that scenario, I don't know what they do. The nice thing is that now that none of us have coppers in our deck, Canal like barely does anything. So the fact that I don't have it is really not a big deal. I mean, it does something, but it does very little. Yeah, like no plus buy. It doesn't make Butcher gains any cheaper. I mean, there is plus buy on the board, but you know, it's 4 aristocrats. I don't think anybody's gonna be doing that anytime soon. Oh, they drew 2 cards off Swamp Shacks, so they probably just have the win. Is there a way for them not to at this point? They butchered a Butcher into a Butcher, which means at most they can have like Butcher, Butcher, Relic. Yeah, I don't think it's possible for them to not be able to keep going, at least. I mean, maybe it's possible for them not to be able to win. Between this game and the King's Cash nonsense in that other game, I have had some rotten luck in this match. Like, kind of impressively so. Wait a minute. Do they have enough gains? Surely they counted it out. Oh, they have another port. Okay. Wait, what? Oh. Fuck, did they get to dominate? I mean, I guess I lose anyway, but... Okay, I have 3 Butchers. So in theory, I can gain 2 Swamp Shacks and dominate and win, which means I can play this Butcher first and not trash. They didn't gain a Swamp Shack, so the Smugglers is a Butcher target. Although, it would let me draw another card. It's kind of like playing an Infirmary. I also have the Duchy, but I can take a tie if I Butcher the Duchy. Yeah, I think it's actually more important that I draw the card here. Okay, so do we need to play this port? I mean, if we draw another port, it lets us Butcher. Yeah, I think... Okay, we don't have another Swamp Shacks down here, so I think we now have to play this point. I mean, can we actually hit dominate is the other question. We can get up to 8 coins with these 2 Butchers. I mean, I think the answer is just no. I think the answer is just no. So what else can we do? Yeah, I mean, we literally can only get to 8 coins. Because they emptied the butchers. I mean, they could totally dud here. They butcher their smugglers? No. So they still do have that threat, but if they dud, what does it look like? It looks like a... And I mean, how many butchers are in the trash? 3? And I have 3. So they have 4. They have like a handful of butchers and a relic. Or something. Maybe a smugglers. Like, there's a world where they have no villages in hand. And they have 1 gain. In that world, obviously I don't take a Swamp Shacks. Take a relic. I don't think a relic actually does anything, though. But it does give me coins for next turn. So I probably should take that. Actually, I should trash the duchy. Like, the duchy doesn't really matter. And then... Okay, I could take a gold. Take like a change. That's another way for me to get money. Can't take any debt on, which is actually kind of annoying. Yeah, I was probably supposed to take... Well, nah, never mind. Yeah, it's just I don't want to trash with the change this turn, but if I were to gain it, which it's not clear that I should. Not clear that I should. Port to gold more than pays for itself. I think that is the play. And we need to save our coffers, but we could buy another duchy. All right, well, they probably just win. I don't know under what circumstances they wouldn't. I guess a handful of Swamp Shacks with the minus card token might have also dudded. Probably not, but maybe. Maybe there's a configuration there. Man. All right. Divine Wind. Hello. We want a quarry. Quarry basically guarantees that we can hit 5. You go like Quarry Squire, and we can always play Squire as Secret Cave. I mean, maybe Astrolabe, because its duration is... Well, I mean, I guess if you use the Squire as Secret Cave, then that's... But Quarry with plus buy is pretty nice. There's no trashing, so I guess we're hoping to... Well, there's transmute, but I guess we're hoping to get trashing off of Divine Wind. I mean, Squire is also plus buy. Astrolabe is more likely to collide, though. Yeah, I think I slightly prefer Astrolabe. In theory, there's enough draw here that we can make it work without trashing. I mean, there's Apothecary, but like, and even with the like the curses, but like what's going to happen is obviously it'll get Divine Winded away, and then who knows. How good is Rice? We got treasure, action, treasure, attack, duration. Is that it? Just the... Oh, an Omen. 5. All right, well, this can be a Squire. Bottom deck the Quarry, which is fun. Like, if we'd seen it here, we could have gone, like, Kitsune Caravan or something. But no. Incidentally, I have Way of the Mouse. I, like, never play with Way of the Mouse. Amazing. Now, oh, we do have the plus buy. Okay, great, 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 great. I think second 5 is going to be Highwayman because of Magic Lamp, and then we'll have to see. But, well, okay, we can get 2 5s. We're definitely taking a Highwayman. Question is, do we take a second Kitsune? We could take Pageant, but that seems like a waste of the Quarry. I think it's probably gotta be second Kitsune, even though there's Magic Lamp. I mean, the collision case is relatively unlikely, and it's just it's too good to have a second one, especially before it gets Divine Winded. All right, we're gonna do the thing with Squire for sure. And I want to discard so that the Squire stays in play. Question is, do we get another one? It, like, obviously there's some downsides to that with respect to Magic Lamp. I mean, how many uniques do we have right now? We have Copper, Lamp, Squire, Quarry, Highwayman, Kitsune, Astrolabe. Did I say Lamp? I think I said Lamp. Copper, Lamp. Yeah, Quarry, Squire, Highwayman, Kitsune, Astrolabe. I feel like I missed one this time. We have enough uniques that we don't, strictly speaking, need to not take a second Squire. So I think we will. And it's a close call, but okay, well, so this turn, you know, if we don't draw the lamp, even if we did draw the lamp, we wouldn't be able to activate, so it's not bad. We can get another, like, thing going here. We're gonna hit 5 again here for sure. So I do wonder whether we should be taking another Highwayman now. The ideal case is we, like, draw into Astrolabe, and then next turn we find, like, you know, Quarry Lamp, Highwayman, Kitsune. If we find a Highwayman, that also works. We can... that's actually probably better than, yeah, than Astrolabe. Despite the plus buy. Okay, well. I think... oh, we actually only have 4 here if we don't take the coins. I don't really want the silver, though. I mean, it is a unique, but eh. Oh, Highwayman. No lamp with our duration Squire. Hello, Divine Wind. Okay. Still don't really want a silver. What do we want? Ghost Town would guarantee that we see our Highwayman. I'm not sure that that's worth it. Well, actually, we have Astrolabe. We have Astrolabe and Quarry down there, and Lamp, and Highwayman. So, provided we have, like, a copper, which we may not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we should have a copper down there. So I think Ghost Town actually guarantees activation. I think. Yep. We still don't have good trashing here. We do have trashing at all, but we don't have good trashing. All right, there's Secluded Shrine. There's Bishop. Mine, I guess. This poor potion. So the good news is we got 2 Highwaymen. Our opponent only got 1. I believe we each have 2 Kitsunes. Yeah. So I think we're a bit ahead in terms of the getting stuff off the previous board situation. Well, Highwayman doesn't like does nothing. Surely doesn't. Yeah, matter if the magic lamp doesn't care. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the question is going to be: do we want Secluded Shrine? I think we do. Kind of also want stockpile. Well, we just go like secluded shrine shop because they're cheap. We could take trail, but that doesn't really do anything right now. Like we can wish for the more expensive cards, so I think I like this. Sadly, we cannot wish for another Highwayman. But like we definitely have more draw than our opponent, because there's like not really draw to speak of here. And we have 2 and they have 1. Although somehow they drew it back up, which is rude. Highly inconsiderate. All right. Do we just take a Bazaar? It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but the other thing we could do is take like a farmland, trash, and estate into a trail. Then we gain 2 cards instead of 1. Whoa. Whoa! I honestly kind of like that. We might as well play Trail as Mouse. We can use the discard. All right. It would be good to get Pageant. Would be good. We go like Pageant Shop. It's just with the quarry in play. Feels silly. So go for it next turn or something. What's stockpile? We can always wish for Bazaar. We don't really need to. We just do it anyway. What about mining coppers into stockpiles? I hadn't considered that. Actually, not terrible. In conjunction with Secluded Shrine. If we had a wish in hand, I would do it. I guess we could draw a wish off the ghost down. No! They still haven't popped Lamp. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm winning the curse split because I've trashed an estate. So even if they somehow give me the last curse, which is unlikely because I have a Kitsune down there and they're triggering a shuffle, but they're only going to get 1 card into it. I have Highwayman coming up here, so yeah, I should be able to give out the last curse and win the curse split. Unless I've missed... Oh, wait, no, I have Farmland VP, so I actually should have -2, so they're winning the curse split. Boo! Let's just play one of these squires as mouse at least one. How about 2? I mean, there is a risk here that we draw another terminal, but we didn't. Oh, no, wait, we should... Should buy a stockpile, right? But we want to trash coppers. Yeah, alright. Alright, so we'll at least split. Unless they find Kitsune here, which would be really annoying. Alrighty. We can do the Secluded Shrine thing. Incredible. I guess we might as well play the Wish and gain the Mine. Or do we want to do the Farmland Trail thing again? Like, Trail is not a bad card to have in the deck. And then we can Wish for Mine. It's like Trail can be discarded with Mouse. Okay. Kitsune does need to take actions. Oh. I can't trash the other copper if I mine copper. Maybe I just shouldn't bother. I should just get a Bazaar and buy a stockpile. That's probably better. Oh, but then I should not have taken actions. Hold up. Didn't need the actions. I guess we can just take this for buys. And now what? We could take another Ghost Town. I don't know that we have so many terminals coming up. We do have the 2 Highwaymen, though. Well, there you are. Maybe I should have taken a second Secluded Shrine. I don't know. I have now burned all of my wishes. But, you know, that's better than never getting any wishes. Do we care about buys here? Probably not. Well, we wouldn't get them anyway. What should we buy? We should have considered buying a Trail and then squiring that. I mean, mousing that, but I mean, we could take one more Ghost Town. We're gonna draw a million cards this turn, though. Buying stockpile right now seems a little silly. Oh, there's shop? Shop's fine. Just take a trail anyway, I guess. It's still, like I said, it's still a fine card to have in the deck. And I guess even cycling with it right now is not bad. And it has some farmland synergy as well. Oh, Hydra stockpile. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, I probably should have taken a second secluded shrine at some point. Feels a little late now. I don't know. This is a crazy slow kingdom. Why I didn't play shop on that bazaar. That was a little silly. We could mouse this if we want to discard the trail, but why not just play the trail at that point? Like, we can take the actions anyway. Do we actually want to play with mouse, though? Like, what we want to do is buy a stockpile, at the very least. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to play trail as mouse, unless we're going to buy a farmland. Which I don't really think we need to do, so... I mean, we could discard, like, farmland, copper quarry, and we buy stockpile and possibly just province, to be honest. Oh, I didn't even realize. Well, okay, whatever. Have we trashed all of our curses? That seems so unlikely, but... Oh, we still have estates. That's why. Okay. But that means we have no more than, like, 2 curses left? Do we have 2 estates left? I don't think so, because we've done farmland into trail twice. So we have 4 points from farmland, 6 points from province, and then 1 estate and 1 curse? I'd believe it. Oh, they popped the lamp! What if the mouse had changed when Divine Wind came in? It's like now the mouse is a different card. I guess that'd be way too specific. There's no way you would like put that interaction into the rules for Rising Sun. Alrighty, double trail, discard, possibility. Okay. I mean, why not? We're gonna... I mean, I guess... Yeah, no, it should be the estate, I think. Well... Is there any way we're buying farmland to do the trail thing again? Probably not. So might as well keep the money. We do have a stockpile, so we probably don't want to discard at this point. I mean, Copper Curse. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to spend our coffers, but getting the 3 coins for next turn. Although it's another trail that misses the shuffle. Yeah, no, let's not do it. I feel like this is pretty resignable for my opponent. I mean, I guess they did just get their wishes, but they seem behind. Bishop. Okay. I wouldn't mind playing with a bishop at this point myself. I am under highwayman attack. Okay. I would like to trash this curse. Which I think means we're just playing this trail like that. We don't really need the money from Kitsune. I want to find like another copper or something if I can. Cannot. I guess we can farmland into province. And then it doesn't matter as much that we didn't get to play the stockpile. Yeah. Oh, maybe it just doesn't matter at all. Is farmland into province better than buying province? It saves us a coffer. So yes. Or gives us a coffer, rather. Slowest emptying of stockpiles of all time. We are officially out of curses. That's nice. We have... Wait, maybe we... Do we have one left? Because we have... Oh, that doesn't work out either. Oh, yeah, no, that does. 3 provinces, 2 farmlands, and an estate. Okay. Yep, out of curses. They not? Oh, they wished for a trail. Okay. Wishing for trail directly does not impress me because, like, you can already play trail when you gain it. Are they going to empty the stockpiles? I feel like that'd be a pretty bold move, considering their position. Get another bishop. Okay. I really don't think they have anything like the amount of draw necessary to make that, like, work. Does this work? Well, we have enough coffers to make it work, surely. We don't have enough to replace the stockpiles, though, right? Yeah, okay. Or, well, 6, 7, 8. I guess we do, but I don't think there's much point in doing it that way rather than just getting one card down. Maybe we just don't discard here. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because I would rather play the Ghost Town than. Than have the 3 duration coins. Maybe that's wrong, but that's my thought process. Sure, grinding this one out. I guess we can do the same thing, play a trail. Is that advantageous? I suppose it is, potentially at least. It doesn't hurt. Wait, his trail doesn't say, like, on your turn. Okay. I mean, this does look like a pretty weak turn. I think do this. I mean, it gains us net 1 coin regardless, I suppose. Now that I think about it. Yeah. So there's, like, no reason not to. Goodbye, stockpiles. Forever. Thing is, now if they lower farmlands, can potentially just end it on farmlands. Province is kind of dangerous for them too. Not like in a super immediate sense, but I draw 1 card. It's a stockpile. I'll be looking pretty good. And we've already got 6 coins coming in, I guess. Or, well, in hand. 4 coins coming in, 2 in hand. So, not bad. I mean, if nothing else, we can, like, buy a farmland. I do buy a province. Okay. You should just buy Ghost Town, I think. You get a coffer. Why would you buy a copper? Oh. That's pretty weak, but okay. We're pretty likely to get province here if we just play the Secluded Shrine. Well, I think we play the Highwayman normally. And buy a duchy and get a coffer. Stockpiles, let's go. Probably all but lock the game up on this turn. We got duration, draw, and we got 2 stockpiles, so the odds of us, like, we're guaranteed to be able to trash a farmland into a province. Yeah, it turns out there's not a lot of draw on this board. Should we react the trail again? There's not much downside to it. The main downside is like if we want to use it as a village, but that really doesn't seem important. And like being able to discard, if we draw like a province or something. Yeah. Having the option to, oh. Yeah, that's got to be worth. Okay, that's unfortunate that we didn't draw this in a different order. We couldn't have like held on, like discarded state, held on to something better. But I guess I should have considered mousing that Bazaar, but we couldn't get a trail and mouse that, and then a farmland. Well, that's unfortunate. Using the stockpile. The bishop trail thing is, like, in theory, pretty cool, right? You just have this unending source of points, kind of like with Bishop Fortress. Not as good, but it's just that the deck control is so lacking that getting there just takes forever and a half. Like, I'm gonna get one more province this turn, guaranteed. The question is, do I want to even bother with mouse stuff? I think the answer is no. So I've got guaranteed province now, so they have to score. They have to double their score this turn. Seems unlikely. I mean, they have thinned down a fair bit. Like, I guess I wouldn't rule out the possibility they can play 4 bishops, but How many points can that generate? Can it generate... Can they generate 22 minus 6, i.e. 16, and get them a province? Well, I guess they're not looking to have trouble getting the province anyway. That's not a great start for them. I mean, I guess this is getting closer than I was expecting. Okay, but not close enough, really. Just had to show them that they were just lucky that I found all my stockpiles at the bottom of the shuffle. Which, yeah, I mean, like I said, I had some rough stuff going on in this match. Honestly, like, that's not how that works. Honestly, the fact that I came out of this 3-3 is, like, pretty good in spite of that. Like, I don't know that I necessarily should have won any of the games that I lost or anything along those lines, but just in terms of like having a couple games with some really bad draws, like obviously, you know, doesn't set you up for success. So anyway, overall on the season, that puts me at 16.5 wins, I believe, which is definitely not promoting because Verkle is already ahead of that, but is also definitely not demoting. Well, okay, I guess I haven't done the math to say that that definitely doesn't demote, but like it would be insane if that demoted. I feel pretty confident. So yeah. Pretty good season overall, I would say, for my first run through B. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time.